In this next section, we're going to be creating the backdrop for our portrait. Now you've often seen hand-painted studio backdrops, and we're going to kind of recreate that using Photoshop. So let's do that next. Okay, so for the background, let's go ahead and take everything here and we'll call this, put it in a group and call it character. Okay, and then for our background, I'm going to change the color here and I'm going to use 304151. So kind of a slate blue color, and then hit OK. Next, I'm going to go to my libraries, but this will be in the assets folder as well. I'm going to take Nuclei Grunge 1 and just drag that in here. I'm going to rotate it and just make it fit like this. There you go. Hit OK and put this on soft light at 20%. Okay, next I'm going to grab Nuclei Grunge 45, which is this one here, and do a similar thing, rotate it, and we'll just make this like that. This one, again, I'm going to put this on soft light, and this one will be at 45%. And then I'm going to go to my Nuclei Concretes, and in here I'm going to grab Nuclei Concrete 17. I'll drag that in here. For this one, I'm going to adjust it before I put it on soft light. I'm going to do that with a curve. So I'm going to do Command M, and here you can see most of the histogram information is contained in here. Now for this to be a neutral gray, this white line here and this black line here needs to cross in the middle of the histogram. So let's adjust that. Right there is the middle, but we can also make this more angled to have higher contrast. So again, where this white line crosses the middle black line is the important part. And then if you just bring these two closer together, you're going to get higher contrast. So maybe we do something like that. Hit OK. I'm going to put this on soft light as well. And then I want to add a vignette. I'm going to show you a cool way to add a vignette. So I'm just going to make a circle like this. And I'm going to right mouse click, transform selection. Just turn it so it kind of fits our shape more, it encompasses more of what I want. And then I'm going to go here and go to curves. And here I want to make it darker to about there. That's what my vignette looks like. So now I can go to my mask and properties, increase the feather to 300, and then invert the mask. And there you can see I now have a nice vignette. The nice thing about this is I can transform here, and it's actually just transforming my original circle. I can move that around, I can rotate it. It'll never have a hard edge, and it just gives me a lot of control of this vignette. I can make it bigger, smaller, whatever I want by just doing a transform on that mask right there. So that's my vignette curve. Now the next thing I want to do is add this circle element to the background. So for this, I'm going to turn on my guides. So let's go to Show Guides, which is Command semicolon. And I'm just going to start here with my marquee, circular marquee tool, hold down Option, and then start dragging out. I'm also going to hold down Shift so that it stays a perfect circle. And I want it about like that. And then we'll add another curve, and this curve we're just going to bring up the bottom to about there, like so. And then here what I want to do is Command click on the circle, then right mouse click transform selection, hold down Option so it scales from the center. Just go out about, I don't know, let's say 108%. Hit OK. Then we're going to go to Edit, Stroke. I want a 20 stroke, and because our mask is white, I want this to be white as well, and I want it to be on the inside, and that's just going to give us that nice secondary line there. Now for this whole thing, let's go ahead and Command semicolon to turn off our guides. I want it to be stronger at the top and then get weaker as it goes down. So I could paint or make a gradient directly in this mask, but in case I don't like my gradient or need to adjust it for a different image, I'm going to put it in a group and then add a mask to the group. That's just an easy way to add a second mask to your layer. Then with black as my foreground color and a linear gradient, I'll just start from the bottom and go to about the top of his head there, just like that. Okay, so now we have our background in place. The last set of steps is all going to be to add a little bit of swing to the image.